All right, y'all. Peace and love, man. Welcome to another episode of DBZ Nation, man. This is part three of the kerfuffle I had with Player Essence on his channel. He's telling me that he wants $50 up front to do a debate. He wants $50 after to do a debate about Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Direct and how they clearly is you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say preying on naive people, but the people who support Nintendo, you got to hear it yourself, man. Here we go. Hold on, let me fast forward just a little bit. All right.
They say Nintendo doesn't have anything good, then brag about emulating their games and just waiting on Switch 2 emulation on the deck. They're disingenuous. Yeah, good luck with Switch 2 emulation on a Steam Deck. The games are going to run absolutely terrible.
Now, let's be honest, man. The Steam Deck, compared to the Nintendo Switch 2, the Steam Deck is a superior handheld. The Steam Deck is a superior handheld console. Let's just be honest, Player Direct. Do you really think that Nintendo Switch 2 is better than Steam Deck? Come on now.
If that's the case. So yeah. Let's see, but it sucks that Madden isn't compatible with other versions. Yeah, I think that like the cross save or like the cross play thing, that would have been nice if they would have got that going. I think maybe next year they'll get that all situated. Hey, what's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream. Star Wars Outlaws got heat for running like crap on Switch 2 pre-launch.
So look, somebody in this chat room said that Star Wars Outlaws got heat because it runs so terrible. I'm not the only one saying this. This is other people in this chat room saying the exact same thing. And watch how he defends Nintendo Switch. Watch this.
To wait, yeah, I need to wait and see exactly. People need to wait and see for sure. 100% people need to wait and see because it's not out yet. So since it's not out yet, then we need to wait till it's actually out. And then we can determine, okay, it's good or bad in terms of how it's running, So yeah, I think, Justin, you're at 15 on here. And we got our first combo. We're almost at our second combo as well. Thank you guys for the support so much. Thank you guys so much for the support so far. So I appreciate that. Let's go. Combo breaks. Overclock 15 minutes extension. Let's go. Shout outs to LP, man. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. LP's completely right, though, man. He's like totally right. It's like people will sit there and say it's terrible, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they'll sit there and they'll watch the directs. So in Japan, there was like 7 million people that watched the direct. In the US, there's like how many people? Like 3-4 million people that watched the Nintendo Direct. Like, this is crazy viewership. More than even Apple's event, right? More than Apple's
stop
event.
It, brother. Stop it, man. Come on, brother.
By far the highest ratings for a showcases when it comes to it. And it's just not all crazy Nintendo fans watching that. It's also other people too. Because they're looking at the games and they're looking if they want to get one. Once again, with the Switch 1 to Switch 2 or Switch 2, whatever, everyone's not going to buy one day one. They don't even have the stock for everyone to buy one day one. It's going to be a gradual... Hola, teja! Weeks. And nobody knew that the Switch 1 was going to sell 150 million units in the first year, or the second year, or even the third year. Nobody even had an idea that it was going to sell that well. It wasn't until it hit 100 million units, like after like year...
Now, Player Direct is clearly delusional because I was in Target the other day and Walmart, and I went to the gaming, the electronic department. They have Nintendo Switch 2s everywhere. They're everywhere. So he's trying to make it seem like there's a scarcity of Nintendo Switch 2. That's just not true. They're everywhere. They're on Amazon, Walmart.com. You can get a Switch right now.
5 or something like that, like around 5-ish or whatever. That's when people are like, oh wow, this system's actually going to sell pretty well, like really, really, really well, So you don't really get an idea of like the potential to be all time until after like a couple years. I think the big point would be like once you hit like 70, 80, 90 million, and like if you're like in year 3, 4 and you're at that, then there's a good chance that your system's going to sell incredibly well, right? So I think that's the the thing that people are missing with this whole thing. Like they're looking at like what's right in front of them, and they're not looking at like the long distance. They're not looking at the overall scope. The overall scope is Nintendo's going to be releasing a ton of games for this system. So every game that comes out is going to be a chance for someone who doesn't have one to buy one. Every single game, like the next big 3D Mario game, Pokemon Legends coming out, Kirby Air Riders, whatever. Every single game can convince maybe 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000, and then you combine that with the backwards compatible library, right?
Now, let's be honest, y'all. For people who have Nintendo Switch, like I said, we just having an honest debate. But he's talking about Pokemon. The Pokemon game they have right now, that's out right now for Nintendo Switch, is terrible. Let's just be honest.
And then over the course of time, people decide to pick up the system. But everybody in the world's not going to buy it right away. That's fine. It's selling just fine. It's selling good. We saw the sales in Japan. They're stabilizing the stock. It's doing just fine. And we got the holiday coming up. So it's going to obviously spike during the holiday.
How is emulation going to work with DLSS and if a game has ray tracing? I don't think PC handhelds are going to like that. Lol.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's going to be the same thing. I mean, they'll probably figure it out at some point for sure, Justin. But I don't know how it's going to work very well. Because even with the Switch 1 games on Steam Deck, not everything was all super rosy and peachy with that too. So shout outs to the 30-minute extension.
Overclock Buster!
Let's go. We are close to another extension. We already got the 30. Thank you guys so much for 30 minutes extra on this stream. I'm going to get another 45 minutes at 15 more combos. You lose a debate. What did I miss? Oh, no, I definitely did not lose the debate. No. No, it was a terrible debate, as in the other guy was not prepared, had terrible facts, terrible fact, not even that, terrible statistics,
And like I said again, he wants 50. He wants me to give him $100. He wants $50 up front and $50 after the debate. Now he just had a debate with this other guy, which clearly, I'm not gonna say that the guy wasn't good, but why is he beating around the bush? Why is he coming up with all these excuses not to debate DBZ Nation?
Even read half the stuff, made up stuff, lied sometimes. The thing that got me to almost quit the debate at one time was he was like, on Steam, Star Wars Outlaws is terrible. Nintendo fans, you guys are just being tendies. You guys are just being fanboys. That's the only reason why you're propping up this game. It's terrible. So then he says, everybody...
Now, I want to ask y'all a question because we got some smart people on the DBZ Nation channel. If you have played Star Wars Outlaws, is the game good? I want to ask y'all, is Star Wars Outlaws a good game? I don't care if it's on PlayStation. Is it a good game? And obviously the question is no. Let's just be honest.
Steam says it's bad. I don't look on Steam reviews. Said everybody on Steam reviews, their user reviews says it's bad. It's like a 50 average. That's what he says. That's what he said, at least. I took his word for it, but then I'm like, let me look it up myself. So then I look it up myself, and it's mixed. It's mixed. You got a bunch of people giving good scores. You got people giving bad scores. And then you got overall, it's mostly positive. But he lied. He lied and said, oh, well, it's like 50 average.
Well, y'all, look, I'm going to go and get out of here, man. I hope y'all enjoy part 3 of this whole kerfuffle between me and Player Essence. And, hey, man, I may just have to go ahead and meet this brother halfway. And because I'm willing to, give this brother this little $50 up front, man, to go ahead and do this debate just so I can prove him wrong in front of the whole gaming community and in front of his own subscribers. So if y'all want to see that debate between me and Player Essence, I left a link down in the description. Click that link and donate. And if we can raise the little $100, then hey, I'll give it to Player Essence so we can get this debate going. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all later, y'all. Peace.